Welcome. Tomorrow there is the State of the Union address of Ursula von der Leyen, and I want to give my input and what should be the bold statements to do. Be bold, Ursula. We must be bold in order to win. And here is my most important proposal. It's that the European Union must join NATO. We must be the European pillar of NATO. We must be united. For neutrals, there's no space in the European Union. So Austria, Ireland, Malta, Cyprus, and in the future Ukraine, of course in NATO first. Moldova, it's a neutral country, must be in NATO. For Serbia, there's no place in the European Union, also from that aspect. Yeah? And please expel the SNS from the EPP and do the freezing of the candidate status. This is very important. So we need the EU to join NATO, and to be able to join a defense alliance, you must be like a state, yeah? And that's basically the future, because with Ukraine and with the Balkans inside, in the EU will be 37. And by the way, UK, we have to call actively for the UK and for Norway to come back to the European Union, and for Norway first time, and the UK to come back. 29 must be the big enlargement summit of a moment of the European Union, where at the minimum 9 new countries must join the European Union. Everybody but Serbia, and of course then Ukraine, and of course Moldova, potentially later Georgia, but of course Switzerland, of course must be also Norway, of course must be the United Kingdom and Iceland. And yes, this will be a lot of countries, and we will be much bigger, and therefore we must be like the United States of America, and we will. And this should be the State of the Union address tomorrow. We must be bold, we must win, and the winning is of course more unity, and of course winning the war means that we not buy anything from Russia anymore, that we confiscate their property in the central bank assets which they have, and that we supply Taurus, and that we mobilize our military resources to be with Ukraine, in Ukraine, and to fight. This war is our war, and we must win it. So we must mobilize the financial resources and the military resources to win this war, and not to rely on America, and of course not rely on anybody else, but to do it ourselves. And of course strengthen our allies everywhere in the world, and fight our enemies. If India is now with Russia, it's our enemy, then we work with Bangladesh. And that's the logic. And that's, I think, that's the geostrategic commission you were promising, and that we have to do. And so that's the logic. And of course economically, to revive Europe, I have made many times already. It's the old truths. Flat tax, liberalization, privatization, and of course deregulation, and not the state-run approach of the last decade. Yeah. So, but this is the way, and we all need to also open our economies in terms of employment, yeah, to the people who are with us. If the Bangladeshis want to come, let them come, because they are our allies. And the Indians, no. And so the logic goes, and you can basically put the EU behind the OECD and enlarge much faster, and give all the countries, like free trade with Mercosur we have now, let them invite to OECD, but the condition is they leave the BRICS, and nobody goes to Shanghai. That's the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. I mean, that's the logic, and I hope that you will say these things tomorrow. But most important, for the EU to join NATO. This is the most important project. And that's the road to victory. Thanks a lot. Bye.